Imagine waking up one morning, looking in the mirror, and realizing that the person staring back at you is capable of far more than the world ever expected. Imagine breaking limits that others thought were permanent, defying the quiet whispers that said, "It's too late." This is your time, not to slow down, not to fade into the background, but to commit fully and shock the world. Because the truth is, the moment you decide to give your all, no matter your age, everything changes. The power of commitment doesn't belong to the young, it belongs to the brave, and bravery has no expiration date. There's a moment in life when you realize that the only thing truly standing between you and the life you want is the belief that your time has passed. Society has a way of whispering that youth holds all the power, that energy fades with age, and that dreams have deadlines. But those whispers are lies. The truth is, the power to change, to commit, to transform doesn't vanish with time. It grows with it. The older you get, the more experience, wisdom, and resilience you carry. And when that wisdom is paired with unwavering commitment, you become unstoppable. Commitment has no age limit because passion has no age limit. The fire inside you doesn't fade. It just needs air, attention, and purpose to burn again. You see, too many people decide that they're done long before life is done with them. They settle into comfort zones, trade dreams for routines, and let the spark of challenge dim into quiet acceptance. But there's another path, the path of those who refuse to stop, those who wake up one morning, look at themselves in the mirror, and say, "I still have something left to give." That single decision, to commit again, fully and fearlessly, can rewrite an entire story. It doesn't matter what your age is. What matters is your effort, your consistency, and your refusal to accept limits that don't belong to you. When you decide to commit fully, you're not competing with anyone else. You're competing with your own comfort. You're telling yourself that the standard you once accepted is no longer enough. Maybe it's getting in shape, changing your diet, learning a skill, or reigniting an old passion. The goal isn't to be better than others. It's to be better than you were yesterday. Age doesn't disqualify you, hesitation does. Once you remove hesitation and replace it with action, your body, your mind, your spirit, they all begin to follow your lead. Every morning gives you another chance to start, to try, to build. Each day that you choose to move, to eat better, to think positive, to practice gratitude, you prove that time hasn't beaten you, it's prepared you. You've already endured enough to know that setbacks don't define you. Perseverance does. You've already overcome storms that younger versions of you couldn't have handled. So why would you stop now? The world may expect you to slow down, but you can choose to speed up in your own way, to grow, to adapt, to show that commitment is not a number, it's a mindset. Every small action is proof that you're still in control. Every healthy choice, every walk, every mindful breath is a declaration that you still have power. You are not past your prime, you're in the season of mastery. The time when effort meets experience, when knowledge meets determination. You've learned what matters and what doesn't, and now it's time to apply that with relentless consistency. The greatest version of you doesn't live in the past. It waits patiently for you to commit again. When you do, when you finally give your whole heart to your purpose, something extraordinary happens. The world sees what you've always known deep down, that your strength was never gone. It was just waiting for you to believe in it again. Movement is life, and the moment you stop moving, the world starts to feel smaller. The body wasn't designed to sit still and fade away. It was made to move, to stretch, to breathe, to express energy through action. Somewhere along the way, we started believing that movement belongs only to the young, that after a certain age, slowing down is the only option. But that's not true. Movement doesn't drain energy, it creates it. Each time you take a step, raise your arms, breathe deeply, or stretch your muscles, your body thanks you. The heart beats stronger, the blood flows smoother, and the mind wakes up. Energy isn't something you wait for. It's something you generate through motion. When you move your body, even in small ways, you send a message to yourself that you're still capable. A light morning walk, a few minutes of stretching, or dancing to your favorite song. These moments awaken something powerful inside you. You start to feel alive again. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights. You just have to start. Consistency matters more than intensity. Every gentle step you take today becomes the foundation of strength for tomorrow. Over time, what felt tiring becomes natural, and what seemed impossible begins to feel easy. That's how movement rewards those who stay committed. It gives back far more than it takes. Exercise is not just about muscles or fitness goals. It's about vitality. When your body moves, your mind clears, stress fades, tension releases, and confidence rises. You feel lighter not just physically, but emotionally. Movement brings clarity and calmness that no pill or shortcut can provide. It reconnects you to yourself in the most honest way possible. The more you move, the more you realize that this body, no matter its age, shape, or size, is still capable of growth, healing, and strength. The aches and stiffness you feel are not signs of weakness. They are reminders that your body is asking to be used, cared for, and respected. The beauty of movement lies in its simplicity. It doesn't demand perfection. It only asks for participation. You can start slow, move gently, and build over time. A short stretch in the morning, a walk after dinner, a few minutes of deep breathing. It all counts. Each bit of effort adds up, and your body responds by giving you more energy, better sleep, and a clearer mind. What once felt heavy begins to feel possible, and what once felt like an obligation becomes something you look forward to. Movement turns into medicine, and exercise becomes freedom. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life, and taking care of it is an act of gratitude. Movement keeps your heart young, your spirit alive, and your confidence strong. It reminds you that you are not done evolving. Every time you move, you're sending a powerful message to the world and to yourself. You are still in the game. You are still capable of growth, of energy, of joy. Movement is not just about extending your life, it's about improving the quality of every single moment within it. It's proof that you don't have to move fast, you just have to move forward. Food is more than fuel. It's a reflection of how much you value yourself. Every bite you take tells a story about how you choose to care for your body, your mind, and your future. A healthy diet isn't about strict rules or deprivation. It's about nourishment. It's about giving your body what it truly needs to function at its best. The moment you start to see food as a form of self-respect, everything changes. You stop eating to fill emotions and start eating to fill potential. You begin to understand that what you put inside you affects not just your body, but your mood, your focus, your sleep, and your energy. The saying, "you are what you eat," becomes more than words. It becomes a daily truth that shapes your health and mindset. When you eat with intention, you reclaim control over your energy and your emotions. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and empty calories might give temporary pleasure, but they drain your strength over time. Your body deserves better than that. Whole foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, lean proteins, and clean water bring life back into you. They give you real, sustainable energy. They stabilize your mood, support your heart, and sharpen your mind. The nutrients in natural foods repair your cells, heal your body, and keep you strong from the inside out. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Choosing an apple instead of a candy bar, drinking water instead of soda, cooking at home instead of ordering fast food. These small decisions create powerful transformations when practiced daily. Eating healthy is not a punishment, it's a privilege. It's a way of saying, I care about the body that carries me through life. The body is a miracle of resilience, but it can only perform as well as the fuel you give it. When you eat poorly, you feel tired, irritable, and heavy, not just in your body, but in your mind. When you eat well, everything feels lighter. You wake up with more energy, you move with more ease, and you think more clearly. A clear mind begins with a clean diet. The food you eat becomes your mental fuel, influencing how you think, how you feel, and how you show up every day. It's never too late to rebuild your relationship with food. Even small adjustments can bring big results. Start by adding more color to your plate: greens for vitality, oranges and reds for antioxidants, and whole grains for steady energy. Listen to your body. It tells you what it needs when you learn to pay attention. Slow down while you eat, taste every bite, and feel gratitude for the nourishment in front of you. Mindful eating isn't about counting calories. It's about honoring your body with awareness and appreciation. When you fuel your body the right way, you give your mind the foundation to thrive. You start to feel proud of your choices because you're no longer feeding pain or boredom. You're feeding purpose. Your energy rises, your confidence returns, and your reflection in the mirror begins to match how you feel inside: alive, capable, and powerful. Food is one of the simplest, most direct ways to change your life, because every meal is an opportunity to choose health, balance, and strength. Every healthy bite says, "I still believe in myself." And that belief, more than anything else, is the true nourishment that keeps you going. The mind is the most powerful force you possess, and how you choose to use it determines the quality of your life. Every thought you allow to stay, every belief you repeat, shapes how you see yourself and the world around you. Positivity isn't about ignoring problems or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing a perspective that empowers you instead of destroying you. It's the decision to look at challenges as opportunities, to see setbacks as lessons, and to trust that even the hardest seasons are shaping you for something greater. When you choose positivity, you take back control from fear, doubt, and negativity. You begin to guide your mind instead of letting it guide you. Life will always test you. There will always be something that doesn't go as planned, someone who lets you down, or a moment that feels unfair. But those moments don't define you. Your reaction does. The difference between people who rise and people who fall isn't luck, it's mindset. A positive mind doesn't mean avoiding pain. It means using pain as fuel. It means understanding that you've already survived everything you once thought you couldn't, and that every new obstacle is another chance to prove your strength. When you start viewing life through that lens, nothing can truly break you. You bend, but you don't shatter. You stumble, but you don't stop. The thoughts you repeat to yourself every day become your reality. If you tell yourself that you're too old, too tired, or too late, you'll begin to live as if that's true. But when you say, "I can, I will, and I'm still capable," your entire energy changes. Your body responds to your mind's command. You stand taller, breathe deeper, and move with more purpose. That's how powerful a mindset can be. What you believe becomes what you experience. Choosing positivity is not weakness. It's courage. It's easy to complain, to quit, or to blame, but it takes strength to say, "I'm going to focus on what I can control and make the best of it." Positivity doesn't come naturally to everyone, especially when life has been hard. But it's a skill, and like any skill, it grows with practice. You can train your mind to see gratitude before frustration, to focus on progress instead of perfection, to look for light even when things seem dark. Start by being mindful of your inner dialogue. Replace one negative thought a day with a positive one. Speak kindly to yourself the way you would to someone you love. Surround yourself with people and environments that uplift your spirit. What you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. A positive mindset attracts peace, health, and clarity. It gives you the courage to act and the strength to keep going when motivation fades. It makes you resilient. It transforms your habits, your relationships, and your ability to enjoy life. When your mind is strong, your challenges become manageable, and your energy becomes magnetic. People feel your calm, your confidence, your light, and that light begins to spread. Choosing positivity isn't just about thinking better. It's about living better. It's about reminding yourself daily that you are in charge of your outlook, and therefore in charge of your destiny. Once you believe that deeply, everything around you starts to shift. The same world looks different because you finally see it through the eyes of strength, not fear. There's something powerful about quiet determination, the kind of power that doesn't come from shouting your goals or posting your plans, but from simply doing the work. Words are easy, but actions are undeniable. When you commit to becoming better, healthier, stronger, you don't need to tell anyone. The results will speak louder than anything you could say. The world doesn't need more promises. It needs proof. Proof that discipline still matters, that consistency still wins, and that true change comes from action, not intention. Every small step you take in silence, every decision you make when no one's watching, builds a foundation that can't be shaken by opinion or doubt. Shocking the world isn't about grand gestures or sudden fame, it's about steady, quiet progress that no one sees coming. It's about becoming so focused on growth that people look at you one day and wonder how you did it. The truth is, there's no secret. There's just effort, patience, and commitment. You shock the world by staying consistent when everyone else gives up. You surprise them by keeping promises to yourself long after the excitement has faded. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your journey. Your transformation will tell the story for you. Action is the language of belief. If you truly believe in yourself, your habits will reflect it. Every morning you get up early to move your body, every time you choose the healthier meal, every moment you push through resistance, you are proving your belief. You're telling the world that you're not done, that your best days aren't behind you, they're still unfolding. And the most beautiful part is that the people around you begin to feel it too. They see your energy, your glow, your renewed purpose, and they become inspired to do the same. Real change doesn't need attention. It creates attention through results. There will be moments when no one notices your effort, when the scale doesn't move, when the mirror doesn't show progress, when others doubt your consistency. But that's where greatness is built in silence, in patience, in persistence. The world may not see the work you put in today, but it will see who you become because of it. Every quiet effort compounds into something extraordinary over time. You don't have to move mountains in a day, you just have to move forward every day. Shock the world not by proving them wrong, but by proving yourself right. Show that you can live with integrity, with purpose, with unwavering commitment. Let your lifestyle be the loudest message you send. When you live in alignment with your goals, when your thoughts, words, and actions match, you radiate strength. You become undeniable. People start to notice, not because you told them, but because your growth demands to be seen. That's what true shock looks like. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's steady, unbreakable, and real. The kind of transformation that doesn't just impress others, it changes you from the inside out.